Shalom, beloved. Today I have the privilege to share with you on marital faith. This message will give you esoteric information, heavily insights into the subject of marriage. It will help you with information and understanding to choose the right person, and mostly to enjoy, first to fulfill marital destiny and to enjoy the benefits of the same. So now we need to understand what marriage is, because understanding marriage is the foundation of marital fulfillment. So now, what is marriage? Is it when a man and a woman decide to live together? No, that's not marriage. It is when God brings a man and a woman together. It is when God brings a man and a woman together. That is when there is marriage. Because if God is not in their midst, they will not stay together. And if they force their way to stay together, they are not going to have fruit. If they force their way to stay together, if it is the man himself who chose his wife, if it is a woman herself who chose her husband without the leading and the blessing of God, there will not be marriage, or that marriage will be short-lived. But I pray for you, as you receive this message, you will never be the same. Now, how do you then know the right person you need to marry? Well, there's no right person to marry. All you have to do is to make sure that you are led to the person you eventually marry. Because if you are led to the person, then that means God is in that marriage, and you're gonna have marital, fulfillment and enjoy the benefit of marriage. Now, in case you're already married and then your marriage is not doing well, it's rocky, your husband, your wife does not seem to understand you. Now, how do you understand that? Well, you need to know that the principal reason there are crises in some marriages is ignorance. When you see your husband, your wife as another person, you have mistakes. Your husband, your wife is not another person. Your husband, your wife is you. Because the Bible tells us that both shall become one flesh. So when you are married to somebody, or when somebody is married to you, two of you become one. So even if they do what you don't like as a person, because they are now your husband, your wife, you have to forgive, knowing that they are like you. Now, you need to also to understand that at times you really want to give everything, and you are even giving everything, but then it doesn't work. Then you need to understand that demons are at work, the devil is at work, and so you have to rebuke him. That's why, principally, couples must be spiritual. It's good to be romantic. It's good to give gifts to your husband, to your wife. It's good to be a nice, husband, a nice wife. But all that will not guarantee peace in marriage. It is spirituality. So the man and the woman, they must be spiritual. You need to understand the reason Adam and Eve fell in the Garden of Eden was their ignorance, their lack of spirituality, because they did not discern that the serpent was actually seeking to destroy them, to have them go into conflict with God. So, beloved, spirituality is very important. We are going to have another part of this message, but because of time, I'm going to stop here. But I pray for your marriage, that there will be peace in your marriage. I also pray for you that as you have received this message, the favor of God has come upon you to know God's leading about the person you can marry. God bless you in Jesus' name. Say with me today, I receive in my heart the wisdom of God to enjoy the favor of a peaceful marriage. And I decree that from today, I will do the will of God in my marriage. Amen. Shalom.